together with Earle Sports Bets. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle, joined here by my brother Tim. And today we continue on show 5 of 6, opening day on Thursday. We got to get these last two shows in. NL Central tonight, Wednesday night NL East. We get to close out with that fun division. But we get whatever this division is this year. The NL Central. Let's get into it. And on this one here, obviously no recap or anything like that because this is just a future show. So let's get into it. Anything you want to mention about this division before we get into it?
I'm excited for it. I have a bold take for one of the teams, but we'll go from there.
All right, let's get it started. Let's get it kicked off with the reigning National League Central champions, the Milwaukee Brewers. The Brewers last year, let me get up the information here. There we go. The Brewers entered this year with the 22nd projected payroll in baseball, $116 million. They went 93-69 in 2024. They won the NL Central before losing to the New York Mets in the National League Wildcard Series. Thank you, Pete Alonso, for that. They were 5th in runs per game. They were 10th in batting average, 10th in OPS, 15th in home runs. On the pitching side, they were 4th in ERA. They were 9th in OPS, and they were 9th in batting average. Taking a look at some of the additions that this team made, additions and subtractions that this team made in the offseason. Through free agency, they acquired Jose Quintana, Tyler Anderson, Elvin Rodriguez, Jorge Alfaro, Bruce Zimmerman, Grant Wolfram, Debbie Garcia, trying to get up. There we go. Jared Oliva, and then a couple other minor league signings for free agency. Looking at the trades that they did, they acquired Grant Anderson from the Texas Rangers in exchange for starting pitcher Mason Molina. They acquired Nestor Cortez and Caleb Durbin in the trade with the New York Yankees, which they traded away Devin Williams. They also traded away, and we'll get to subtractions now, where they lost, they non-tenured Holby Milner. They outrighted Bryce Wilson to the minors, as well as Joe Ross becoming a free agent, and they lost Willie Adames as well in free agency. As for club options, Frankie Montas declined his player mutual option from the player side. The club option was declined on Colin Ray. The mutual option was declined by the team on Gary Sanchez and also on Wade Miley. They traded away Mason Molina. They traded away Devin Williams. They traded away Owen Miller to the Colorado Rockies for cash. Taking a look at what the projected lineup will be for the Milwaukee Brewers heading into the season. Leading off is Jackson Chourio, followed by Christian Yelich, William Contreras, Garrett Mitchell, Rhys Hoskins, Bryce Terang, Joey Ortiz, Sal Frelick, Oliver Dunn. With their bench being Eric Haas, Jake Bowers, Vinny Capra, and Isaac Collins. Their starting rotation looks like Freddie Peralta, Nestor Cortez, Aaron Savali, Tyler Anderson, and Jose Quintana. Their bullpen looks like Alvin Rodriguez with Connor Thomas, Elvis Pagero, Abner Uribe, Brian Hudson, Joel Pomeranz, Jared Koenig, and Trevor McGill. I forgot to get up top prospects because I know the top 100 prospects. Here we go. Because I know the Brewers have a few, including one of them that'll probably be their closer within the next couple months. With it being why am I drawing a blank on the guy's name? It's a sweet name too. I'm trying to get it up here. I'm stalling as well. Craig Yoho. That was the guy's name.
And a bottle of rum.
Yeah, Craig Yoho and a bottle of rum. If this will load, that'll be awesome. As I accidentally click on something else. But looking at this Brewers team this season, they feel like the Tampa Bay Rays in the National League, or the Cleveland Guardians in the National League. Just a team that we just rely on to just know what they're doing. Yeah, they lost a lot in the offseason. Losing Adami hurts. They lost a couple pitchers, but this team, they'll replace a couple pitchers. They trade away Devin Williams, and they're probably going to replace him with Devin Williams Light, with Craig Yoho.
Trevor McGill.
Trevor McGill is the closer right now, but I think Craig Yoho will probably be that guy who also has one of those changeups, the airbender type of changeup.
Kick change?
No, it's the airbender change that Devin Williams throws.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So that's someone to keep an eye on there. I don't know what to do with this Brewers team. I like a couple other teams in this division. So I don't know what to do with the Brewers. The Brewers do have 5 top 100 prospects, by the way. Number 47, the catcher, Jefferson Cuero. They got someone that I've heard a lot about, and the more and more I'm seeing him, the more and more I'm excited to see him. Granted, he won't be up until around 2027, 2028. That's Jesus Mata, who's currently in rookie ball right now, but the guy's a tank. Cooper Pratt, shortstop. He's in Double-A right now, the 56th overall prospect. And then Jacob Mizorowski, the 99th overall prospect, who's currently in Triple-A, who will be probably joining the team this year. I don't know what to do with this Brewers team. I really don't. That win total, 83.5, seems a little disrespectful. I have a feeling this team can probably win 85 games. That rotation's a Brewers rotation. It's a very Brewers rotation. And this bullpen, they're just going to continue to spawn arms. Am I crazy? Like the over for 3 different teams in this division? This is, I think, a Brewers team that wins 85 plus games. And I think this line's a little low. So I'm going to lean towards an over here. I don't know if I'm going to pull the trigger on it, but it's over or nothing.
I have the under, and I have no playoffs. Because I know this is going to sound like a college thing. I think the NL Central is a one-bid division. Your division champion's the only team that's going to get in. Because the National League East is so stacked, and the National League West is so stacked, you're not getting 2 teams in there. And I think the Cubs are the better team. But I look at, and the crazy thing is, I look at this Brewers team, I can see 4 to 5 All-Stars. I know it sounds crazy, but if Christian Yelich can stay healthy, All-Star. Freddie Peralta has the potential, if he has a bounce-back year, to be an All-Star. Jackson Trio is going to be awesome.
Yes.
Garrett Mitchell is a wild card, but he could have a big year. And I think Trevor McGill will be one of the best relievers in baseball. He's got some nasty stuff. You saw it last year, or you'll see it. You did see it last year because Devin Williams missed some time, and he had 30 saves last year.
He was awesome last year. Yeah.
Last year, a 1.59 ERA. He was that's his postseason stats. But he was really, really good last year. And I can definitely see another solid. Yeah, 48 games pitched, a 1.3 WAR, 2.72 ERA, 1.01 WHIP in 46 innings. But he had 50 strikeouts in 46 innings. And he's insane. Yeah, 50 strikeouts to 14 walks. He did save 21 games in the time that Williams was out. So there you go. I think Trevor McGill is going to be one of the best closers in baseball. But when it comes to it, I don't think this team can stay healthy enough to outdo the Cubs. I think the Cubs, we'll talk about them in a minute. I think the Cubs will end up winning the division. So I did take the under in the Brewers, and I did take them not to make the playoffs at minus 120.
Wow. I just can't pull a trigger on under with the Brewers. It's over or nothing for me with the Brewers. But
I just see the winner of this division winning 84, 85 games.
And that's fair. And we'll talk about who I think will be in a couple of teams. Oh, wow. No, actually, the last team we'll talk about.
That's fine. Jose Sierra coming in saying, my guys, the Earle brothers, baseball back. Yes, I'm so excited. We're going to go to the team I think is going to win the division, Nick.
And I think they are very live to win this division. Now, they are already 0-2 on the year. So that's something to keep in mind.
But they got 2 games against the Dodgers out of the way.
Yeah. Let's get into it. We have the Chicago Cubs. Their win total 86.5 to make the playoffs, -165 to miss the playoffs, +125. To win the NL Central, they're even money. Wow. To win the NL, they are 15-1. To win the World Series, they're 30-1. Right off the rip, I don't think they're that far in front of everybody in this division where they are only even money compared to +270 for the Brewers, or the next one's +490. They shouldn't be that big of favorites, in my opinion, to win the division. They might win the division, but they should not be even money to win the division. Let's get into it, though. They made a lot of moves in the offseason. Let's get started. They signed for free agency. They signed Greg Allen to a minor league contract. They signed Justin Turner to a 1-year deal. Chris Flexen to a minor league deal. Nicky Lopez and Brandon Hughes both to minor league deals as well. Brad Keller is a Chicago Cub. They signed him to a minor league contract. They signed John Birdie to a 1-year deal. Minor league contracts for Reese McGuire and Trevor Richards. A 1-year deal for Colin Ray. They signed a 1-year deal for Caleb Thebar. And they signed a 2-year deals to catcher Carson Kelly, and starting pitcher Matt Boyd. Another minor league contract there. Phil Bickford as well in the bullpen.
Ooh, like that.
They acquired a lot through trade. We'll talk about their trades in a second. Their subtractions in free agency. They non-tenured Patrick Wisdom, Trey Winginger, Adbert Alzolay, Mike Talkman, Nick Madrigal, and Brennan Davis. They outrighted to the minors Christian Bethencourt, Colton Brewer, Yancy Almonte, and Anoli Paredes. They also lost Jorge Lopez in free agency, as well as longtime Chicago Cub and did he ever win a Cy Young? No, Kyle Hendricks never won a Cy Young. No. That was Jake Arrieta.
Jake Arrieta won a Cy Young in the year that Clayton Kershaw got over 300 strikeouts.
Yep. That was 2015. Mm-hmm. And then for club options, Cody Bellinger exercises player options. We'll talk about Cody Bellinger in a second. And then a mutual option declined by the team for Drew Smiley, my bad. Talk about trades here. They traded away Alexander Canario to the Mets for cash. They acquired Ryan Brazier from the Dodgers for cash. They traded away Luis Vasquez to the Orioles for cash. They traded... No, don't worry. I have trades that are not for cash, though. They acquired Ryan Presley from the Houston Astros for starting pitcher Juan Bello. They acquired They traded Michael Arias to the Yankees for cash. They traded Miles Mastrobuoni to the Mariners for cash. They acquired Matt Festa from the Rangers for cash. They traded away Matt Murmas to the Marlins, not for cash, but for Vidal Brujan. They traded away Cody Petit. No, they acquired Cody Petit, my bad, in a trade with the Yankees
for cash
in exchange for cash and Cody Bellinger.
Okay, fine.
They traded Matt Tice to the Chicago White Sox, which they did acquire from the Angels earlier in the offseason for cash.
God damn it.
They just moved a lot of cash around, let's talk about the most important trade. That was they acquired Eli Morgan from the Cleveland Guardians.
I swear to God.
I'm just kidding. They acquired Kyle Tucker from the Houston Astros in exchange for Hayden Wesneski, Isaac Paredes, and Cam Smith, which I think is going to break camp for the Houston Astros and play right field.
Yeah.
I think that trade was a win on both sides because, the Astros knew they weren't going to re-sign Kyle Tucker.
Correct.
And on the flip side, they got their right fielder.
Yep.
And then that is all for additions and subtractions. Taking a look at the projected lineup, Ian Happ, Seiya Suzuki, Kyle Tucker, Michael Bush, Matt Shaw.
Yes.
Someone I'm very, very interested in. He could be a Rookie of the Year type of candidate. Dansby Swanson, Pete Crow Armstrong, who is a big-time breakout candidate, Nico Horner, and Miguel Amaya. Their bench, Carson Kelly, Justin Turner, John Birdie, Gage Workman. Their starting rotation's low-key nice. Justin Steele, Jamison Tyone, Shota Imanaga, Matthew Boyd, and Colin Ray. Their bullpen is Ben Brown, Brad Keller, Julian Merriweather, Caleb Thebar, Nate Pearson, Ryan Brazier, Porter Hodge, and Ryan Presley. They did improve their bullpen a little bit, which was their big weakness last season. I like this Cubs team. I do. Now, they lost their first 2 games, so you're probably getting a better number on them now, which I don't know. It feels like 86.5 was their win total heading into the season as well. Maybe it was 87.5 and it's dropped to 1. But for me, this is another team that's over or nothing. I think there's 3 teams that I want overs within this division. I think it's the Brewers over 83.5. I think it's the Cubs over 86.5. And we'll talk about the last team I like the over with last. I think this NL Central team is going to benefit from playing the Cardinals and the Pirates. And I think very similar to Central teams in the opposite division. The other Central division benefiting from playing the White Sox. So for me in this one, this would be another over or nothing. I like the Brewers over more than I like the Cubs over, I think, just because it's a lower number. But this Cubs team can do something in the playoffs potentially. And they could be a wild card team. But this is another team that it would be over or nothing for me. I think this Central division is a little bit slept on.
I don't think it's going to be slept on because at the end of the day, I think it's a 2-man race and it's whoever can get over 500 first. Like whoever can get to that 82, 83 win mark first is going to end up winning the division. Or 85, 86, 87. Like it's nobody's going to hit 90 wins in this division. I cannot see that, even with them playing the Cardinals, Pirates, and Reds. I really like this Cubs team. I really like Shota Imanaga, even though his numbers haven't been good in spring training. I think he's going to have another big year. Justin Steele is solid. Matthew Boyd is solid. You know what? I think that the Cubs should go out and get one more left-handed pitcher so they can have like a complete entire rotation of lefties. They love their lefties.
They missed out on an opportunity. They had a really good lefty they could have signed that went to the Texas Rangers, Patrick Corbin.
Yeah, I know, right?
Which I think Corbin's going to pitch more innings for the Rangers than you think they will this year.
I think Dansby Swanson has a bounce-back year. He was not good last year.
Dansby Swanson is Dansby Swanson. He is going to give you elite-level defense and average offense at best.
I think you're going to get a lot from Matt Shaw. I think that's going to be that's a Rookie of the Year candidate right there.
Absolutely it is.
Pete Crow Armstrong is going to be fantastic. Kyle Tucker is going to be fantastic. Suzuki is going to be fantastic. This lineup is deep. I think this is the best team in this division. And realistically, I think they can make it out of the wild card round and put up a fight in the DS against the winner of the National League East. So put up a fight against the Braves. Like this is a Cubs team I really do think can put in a good showing in the postseason as well. I wouldn't hate like a Cubs NL champs kind of be one of those sneaky teams under the radar. That's not the Dodgers, the Phillies, the Mets, or the Braves. I'm all in on this Cubs team. I'll take them to win the division at even money. That's fine. Cubbies.
Matt Shaw, by the way, plus 425 to win Rookie of the Year.
I like it, but at the same time, you know it's going to be Rosai Sasaki.
Is it though?
Yeah, most likely. So, let's keep on rolling. And this is a team that I have my bold take for this team, Nick.
Yeah, that they finished last in the division.
That Nolan Arenado doesn't even make the All-Star game here. Like on the Cardinals.
Doesn't make it to the All-Star game? No, I don't think so. Let's talk about the St. Louis Cardinals team. They have a win total of 75.5 They are plus 415 to make the playoffs. They're minus 650 to miss the playoffs. They're 9-1 to win the Central. They're 55-1 to win the NL, and they're 130-1 to win the World Series. This team's not going to be very good, and the numbers back that up there. St. Louis Cardinals will enter the season with the 17th highest payroll, $148 million. They went 83-79 in 2024, finishing second in the Central, missing the playoffs. Last year, they were 21st in runs per game. They were 12th in batting average. They were 15th, or they were 12th in OPS. My bad. They were 15th in batting average. They were 21st in home runs. For pitching, they were 17th in team ERA. They were 19th in OPS. They were 23rd in batting average. So this is a team that was mid, and mid might be a little bit nice for them. Let's talk about free agency for this team. And I gotta say, they must value Phil Maton extremely highly. They put all their eggs in the basket of Phil Maton. That was their only. Phil Maton was their only major league signing in the offseason.
Dear God.
He signed a 1-year contract. The other players they acquired, Nick Anderson on a minor league deal, Yohel Pozo on a minor league deal, Ryan Velarde on a minor league deal, Jose Barrero on a minor league deal, and Michael Gomez on a minor league deal. They acquired, also in trade, Michael Hellman from the Twins for cash. As for losing players, though, they didn't really lose too much. They non-tendered Adam Kloffenstein.
Oof.
Paul Goldschmidt left as a free agent. So did Andrew Kittredge, the master of holds, and Matt Carpenter as well. Club options, all club option declines on Keenan Middleton, Kyle Gibson, who just signed today. I believe he's an Oriole now.
Ooh.
Kyle Gibson.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, because the Orioles keep grabbing 5 starters like there's no tomorrow. And Lance Lynn as well, declined club option.
Oh, Big Tits Lynn?
Yep. They really don't have much. They didn't really have much off-season moves. Taking a look at their lineup, Lars Nootbaar and his gorgeous 38% strikeout rate, Wilson Contreras, Brandon Donovan, Nolan Arenado, Alec Burleson, Ivan Herrera, Jordan Walker, Victor Scott, Mason Wynn, with Pedro Pajes, Lucan Baker, Nolan Gorman, and his 40% strikeout rate, and Michael Ciani. Their starting rotation looks like Sonny Gray, Eric Fedde, Andre Pilate, Miles Michaelis, and Matthew Liberatore.
Wolf.
No kidding. Their starting or their bullpen looks like Steven Matz, Kyle Leahy, Chris Roycroft, John King, Phil Maton, Jojo Romero, Ryan Fernandez, and Ryan Helsley. Their what do you call it? Their farm system has 3 names on it. 1 we'll see next year, most likely, and then 2 that we'll probably see this year. Once they're done giving innings to players like Miles Michaelis and Eric Fedde, they can bring up Quinn Matthews and Tink Hence, the 45th and the 76th overall rated prospects, a left-handed pitcher and a right-handed pitcher. Quinn Matthews better be on this rotation by the end of May.
Yeah.
Like, he is somebody who needs to be in the MLB. 6'5", 188-pound left-handed pitcher there. And then their other guy, their other top prospect, 23rd overall in baseball. It was their first-round draft pick in last year's draft. I can't believe he fell all the way, I believe, to 7th or 8th to the Cardinals. How did they end up with J.J. Weatherholt? I was stunned.
That's something that it might be a little bit concerning. But
no, he's going to be good. I like him a lot. And I wouldn't be surprised if maybe they get him up this year for September call-ups or something along those lines, so you see what he looks like. For me in this for this team, it is under or nothing. It is pretty simple, under or nothing. And I have a feeling Brewers over, Cardinals under, and then my Reds futures, and I think that'll be it for me.
Yeah,
on this division, I'm going to bet the under for the Cardinals tonight.
All right. This Cardinals team is going to finish dead last in the division. I don't think we're going to. I don't, and that's crazy to say, concerning this team's history. Every team has to have an all-star. I think number 41 gets the nod for the Cardinals this year. Because I feel like the best player, once Nolan Arenado gets traded on this lineup, will be Alec Burleson. I think Alec Burleson will end up making the All-Star game. And he'll be the second ever ECU Pirate to do so. I think that you could possibly get up to 3 ECU Pirates in the All-Star game. I think Gavin Williams will have a big year, and Norby because the Marlins have nobody else. Because Sandy Alcantara will be gone before the All-Star game. So
Xavier Edwards.
No. But this is not really a Cardinals team I'm interested in. I'm not looking at any futures with them. It's under win total or nothing. Did I end up typing in under, or did I end up doing under win total? Nope, I didn't touch them at all. I'm not interested in anything Cardinals, to be completely honest.
Yeah, over on DraftKings, I'd have to shop around to see if there's a better price out there. Plus 240 for the Cardinals to finish last.
Who do they have finishing last? Pittsburgh?
No, the Cardinals, they're plus 240 to finish 5th, plus 270 4th, plus 320 3rd, plus 380 2nd, 6-1 for 1st.
Okay, so they're favored to finish last.
They're favored to finish last.
Got it. We'll go ahead and move on to the next team, which I think is going to be arguably the most frustrating team.
They are unbelievably frustrating. Let's talk about it. The Pittsburgh Pirates. Win total, 75.5. Same exact win total as the St. Louis Cardinals. They are plus 380 to make the playoffs, minus 600 to miss the playoffs. To win the National League Central, plus 1050 to win the National League, 75-1. To win the World Series, 130-1. They entered 2025 with the 27th highest payroll, $83 million. They went 76-86 in 2024, finishing dead last in the Central and missing the playoffs. They were 22nd in runs scored, 24th in batting average, 27th in OPS, 24th in home runs. This team can't hit worth a lick. So you'd imagine they'd invest in offense, right? Nope. We'll talk about that in a minute. They were 20th in team ERA. They were 22nd in team OPS, again, pitching-wise, and 24th in batting average against. Taking a look at what their offseason moves are, and I got to remember who the player was. This team hasn't signed a multi-year contract in like 3 years.
Ivan Nova. No.
Ivan Nova.
Ivan Nova was the last player to get a free agent over a plus year, because they have like Brian Reynolds signed.
Brian Hayes.
Yeah, they signed long-term contracts, but this team doesn't sign free agents to more than a year.
Yeah, and the players they sign would feel like nice pieces for depth for a contending team, not players you want to build around. Let's take a look at their free agent signings. Andrew Heaney, Tommy Pham, Adam Frazier, Tim Maya, DJ Stewart, Caleb Ferguson, Birch Smith, Bryce Johnson, Derek Hall, Carson Fulmer, Tanner Rainey, Nick Solak. Also Yuri Rodriguez and Johan Ramirez. Players they lost in the free agency was, get there, they had non-tendered Brian De La Cruz and Connor Joe. They outrighted Ben Heller and Dalton Jeffries to the minor leagues. Yasmani Grandal became a free agent. So did Aroldis Chapman and Jalen Beeks. They also lost Marco Gonzalez when the club option was declined on his contract. As for trades, they acquired relief pitcher Chase Shugart in a trade with the Red Sox for Mac McShane. They acquired Emmanuel Valdez from the Red Sox in exchange for relief pitcher Joe Vogotsky. They traded away Luis L. Ortiz to the Cleveland Guardians in a trade. Also in that trade was Josh Hartle and Michael Kennedy in exchange for Spencer Horwitz, who will start the year on the IL. And then they acquired Peter Streletsky from the Guardians for cash. Let's take a look at what this team's projected lineup looks like. And it is Tommy Pham, Brian Reynolds, O'Neill Cruz, Andrew McCutchen, Joey Bart, Andy Rodriguez, Nick Gonzalez, Cabrian Hayes, Isaiah Kiner Falefa. Wow, I can't speak right now. Their bench is Jared Triolo, Adam Frazier, Ji Hwang Bae, and Jack Sawinski. Their starting pitching is their redeeming quality for the most part. Paul Skeens is their ace. Jared Jones, I'm hoping, is going to be back soon. He's on the injured list to start the year. So
he should be good. Yeah.
So Mitch Keller will be second. Andrew Heaney, Bailey Falter, and Carmen Wodinsky will be their fifth starter until they bring up Bubba Chandler, which is their top prospect.
Yeah, I'm excited for him.
Their bullpen looks like Joey Wentz, Ryan Borecki, Tim Maeza, Justin Lawrence, Caleb Ferguson, Dennis Santana, Colin Holderman, and David Bednar. Looking at their top prospects, who are going to be, I think, coming up. Bubba Chandler is their top pitching prospect. He's 15th overall. We expect to see him this year.
Oh, yeah.
One player we definitely don't expect to see this year, but I look forward to seeing him in the majors. Connor Griffin looks like the most polished prep player out of the draft. And he's looked good so far through spring training a little bit as well, considering he's 18 years old. Thomas Harrington, another guy who can make this rotation. If not, his floor is elite reliever, high leverage reliever, Thomas Harrington. And then Tamar Johnson is expected up next year, second base shortstop prospect there, 82nd overall. I mean, what do you want me to say about the Pittsburgh Pirates? They're unbelievably frustrating because they're going to piss away this really strong rotation. It's going to really be frustrating when Paul Skeens is wearing Dodger blue in 5 years and the Pirates do nothing with him.
Yep.
Because they don't want to go out and spend money on offense.
No, I think they'll spend money on him.
No, they won't. I guarantee you, when his free agency comes around and he signs a 9-year deal for $280 million, the Pirates, the best they'll offer him is 2 years for like 60. Like, they're not going to give him a long-term deal because that's not what the Pirates do. So Pirates fans, enjoy Skeens when you have him for the next few years when he's under arbitration. Because unfortunately, he's not going to be around that much longer after that. This pitching staff is awesome. I like Mitch Keller. You get Bubba Chandler in there, you get Jared Jones in there, and you have a good rotation.
Yeah.
You do. The only problem is where the hell is the run coming from? This offense is terrible. Other than what? O'Neal Cruz has some positive feels around him, and then Andy Rodriguez. Are we going to still hold our breath on the Brian Hayes breakout? I don't believe it. We've been wanting that for years. What's the only thing you can really do with this Pirates team? Paul Skeens Cy Young Award?
Yeah.
Even then, he's the big favorite.
Mm-hmm.
There's no value in that. There's no value in this team anywhere. Maybe you should take a shot with Bubba Chandler to win the Rookie of the Year.
I don't think he's going to be up quick enough.
I think he might.
But there's other players that are going to, like Rosei Sasaki's already starting on the Major League roster.
Yes. Well, I believe also I was just looking at awards and and Rookie of the Year. Bubba Chandler was up there. He's 9-1, right behind Shaw and in front of Jordan Lawler. It's Sasaki plus 225, Dylan Cruz plus 350, Matt Shaw plus 425.
I like Dylan Cruz.
Dylan Cruz is is an interesting option. Then it's Jordan Lawler, Drake Baldwin, which is an interesting option.
I like that one. The catcher for the Braves.
Yes. So yeah, Thomas Agaze is in there as well. Quinn Matthews 25-1 if you think he can come up and pitch well. Augustine Ramirez, Luis Angel Acuna, Chase Burns, Andrew Pater. That's but yeah, not really. Craig Yoho is 80-1, but I'm not gonna. Maybe if you're looking for a long shot, we'll talk about him probably in the next division. 71 Brady House for Washington, but I don't know if he's going to get enough playing time. But yeah, no, this is a nothing team for me. I think they are anywhere between 74 and 76 wins, and they finished fourth in the division.
Now, picture this. The Pittsburgh Pirates playing in the playoffs.
Nope.
And hold on. And you have to face off against Paul Sneags, Jared Jones, and Mitch Keller.
Bubba
Chandler. That would be terrifying. Their offense is dog shit.
I was going to say, until you look at the batters you have to face, you're like, oh, okay.
They're hitting is dog shit. They're not going anywhere this year. I think the 75.5 is about right. because I could easily see them finishing with 77, 78, or I could see them finishing with 71. I don't think I think that's about where they want to be, or not where they want to be, where they're going to be. Paul Snead is going to be great. I think O'Neal Cruz is going to be great. I think Brian Hayes has a good year. Brian Reynolds is going to be good. I don't see anything else with this team. Like, this team, you have some of the best young pitchers in the league, and you do nothing
Offensively.
to benefit your size offensively. Nothing. That's very frustrating to me. I wanted to take futures with the Pirates, but they have no offense.
Yeah.
So
and I mean there's you can take Paul Skeens, Cy Young, but I like somebody better in the next team we'll talk about.
Oh, Lodolo.
No, not even Lodolo.
All right. Stop Geo, a bunch of stuff here. What's good, y'all? Oakland team total over?
Yep.
Yes. Marlins team total under? Yes. Maybe alternate lines, Braves under like 90. No, I like the Braves.
The Braves are a big question mark for me. We'll talk about them in the next show. They have the ceiling of 100+ wins. They have way too many bounce back candidates as well.
Yeah. Reds team total over? Yes. Tomorrow, Canes -1.5 at home versus Predators.
I can see it.
There you go. Astros to win AL at 650. Absolutely not.
No, I like the Red Sox better.
Yeah, no, no, nothing the Stros. I prefer to go after the Rangers in that division by themselves, or the Athletics in that division by themselves, or even Seattle. Like I think Astros finished 4th place in that division.
No, I still think the Astros win the division, but
no. Pirates are their own enemy. Didn't make any moves in the offseason. Can't never stay healthy. I 100% agree. All right, final team of this division, Nick.
And it's the one I'm the highest on. Let's get into it, though. Cincinnati Reds win total 79.5 to make the playoffs, +210 to miss the playoffs, 3-1, -300. To win the National League Central, +490. To win the National League, 33-1. To win the World Series, 75-1. Let's take a look at this Reds team, which heading into this season, they have the projected 23rd overall payroll, $115 million. They went 77-85 last year in 2024, finished 4th in the NL Central, missed the playoffs. They were 15th in runs scored, 26th in batting average, 21st in OPS, 17th in home runs. They were 18th in team ERA, they're 20th in OPS, and they were 12th in batting average allowed. Taking a look at their additions and subtractions, they acquired Scott Barlow for the bullpen on a 1-year deal. They signed Albert Abreu, Joe LaSorza, and Wade Miley to minor league contracts. They signed Austin Hayes for a little outfield depth. I really like that move there. They acquired Brian Shaw to a minor league deal, and that was really it. Players they lost in the offseason to free agency. Ian Gabout, it was non-tenured. Justin Wilson became a free agent. So did David Bachman, and so did Buck Farmer. Nick Martini was outrighted to the minors and elected free agency. Ahmed Rosario became a free agent. Ty France did as well, or he was outrighted to the minors and became a free agent. And Brennan Librant cleared waivers and elected free agency as well. As for contract options, Luke Maley, his club option was declined, and Jacob Junis' mutual option was declined by the player. Mutual options are accepted by both sides about 0% of the time. As for trades, if you think about it, we'll talk about it.
No, I got what you mean.
Talk about trades. They acquired Taylor Rogers from the Giants for relief pitcher Braxton Roxby. They traded Casey Legumina to the Mariners for cash. They acquired Gavin Lux in a trade for a 2025 compensation pick and outfielder Mike Sirota. They traded away Fernando Cruz to the Yankees in exchange for Jose Trevino, which they did extend, and Alex Jackson, which they ended up getting rid of Alex Jackson. They traded away Jonathan India and Joey Wiemer to the Kansas City Royals for some pitching help and Brady Singer. So I like the moves that they made. And also a couple things we'll have to keep in mind, and we'll talk about in a second when it comes to their lineup. Is a big addition for them as well is a couple players coming back from injury. TJ Friedl will be leading off. Matt McLean will be playing second, hitting second. Earle De La Cruz, which we will definitely talk more about as we go forward. Austin Hayes, Jamer Candelario, Gavin Lux, Christian Encarnacion Strand, who was injured a lot last year, Jake Furley, and Jose Trevino. Their bench is Austin Wynns, Santiago Espinal, Blake Dunn, and Stuart Fairchild. Their rotation, I really like this rotation, Tim. Hunter Green, Brady Singer, Nick Lodolo, my guy Nick Martinez, and Carson Spires. I wish they had somebody other than Carson Spires as your 5, but you can do way worse than Carson Spires as your 5. Their rotation looks like Ian Gibout, Brent Suter, Tony Santillan, Sam Moll, Graham Ashcraft. I think Ashcraft will be awesome in the bullpen because he's somebody who struggles second and third time through the lineup, but he can dominate in a short stint. So I really like that move. Scott Barlow, Taylor Rogers, and Emilio Pagan. I think this is kind of an underrated bullpen potentially here, and that's including Alexis Diaz starting the year on the IR or on the injured list.
Yeah.
There. So I like this lineup. I like this roster that the Reds have put together. And this was a Reds team that injuries hit them hard last year. And also they were struck by something that really affected the Padres 2 years ago as they struggled in one-run games. Looking at their top prospects, I expect to see one or actually two up this year. One starting projected to start in rookie ball, but I don't think he's going to spend much time in rookie ball, which is the 26th overall prospect in baseball, Chase Burns.
Yeah.
Who is a fireballing right-handed pitcher from Wake Forest. Talk about powerballing right-handers from Wake Forest. How about their 35th overall prospect, Brett Lauder? He was really he's somebody.
But they were never teammates.
They were never teammates now. Because he was with Tennessee Chase Burns at the time. Brett Lauder is somebody I'm definitely keeping my eye on this year. I expect him to be pitching a decent amount with him. I believe he's hurt right now. That's why. At least I thought he was hurt right now. That's why I thought he might just be starting in AAA. Sal Stewart, the 83rd overall prospect, second base, third base. Expect him up in 2026. Same with 90th overall prospect Cam Collier, third baseman, and 91st overall prospect Edwin Arroyo as well. I'm very high on this Reds team, as you guys may have guessed by my breakdown there. I'm on the Reds. After the show, I'm going to bet the Reds over 79.5 wins. I'm going to bet them to make the playoffs at plus 210. I'm going to take them to win the National League Central at plus 490. And I got a couple player futures for them as well that I like. Small sprinkles, small. Earle De La Cruz to win the MVP. Hunter Green to win the Cy Young at 22-1. So the Reds might be my biggest investment future-wise, other than the Boston Red Sox. So I really like this Reds team.
I think they're a year away. I think they're close. I think they'll compete until the end of September, until the beginning of September, and then they'll fall off. They'll end up missing the playoffs by like 3 or 4 games this year. And then next year, I think they could really make it. And I don't know if you mentioned probably their biggest addition with Terry Francona.
No, I can't believe I forgot about that.
I can't believe you missed that one, but
yep.
That makes them that's a huge upgrade in general. I still think they're a year away. I love the addition of Gavin Lux. I think that is huge for them. I think Earle De La Cruz realistically could win MVP. I know you mentioned, I think it was 20-1. I think Earle De La Cruz can break records for stolen bases this year. Yeah. Like, he will lead the league in stolen bases.
I'm gonna look at the odds on that real quick.
I don't think that's I think he's gonna be a big favorite for it. The thing is, the rest of this lineup, I'm not big on, although I like the Austin Haynes addition. I think he's going to be solid enough. But I think this team is about a year away. This team will be fun to watch. Cincinnati's got a lot to look forward to. I think next year is the year to take some futures on them.
No, then I'll be early. I'm really high on this team.
All right, trust me, I did the same thing with the Oklahoma City Thunder a couple of years ago. So, but
yeah, you're right. He is a big favorite. Earle de la Cruz to lead the league in stolen bases, -120.
Yeah.
Corbin Carroll's 9-1. Ronald Acuna Jr. at 10-1 is stupid.
Yeah, because realistically, Earle de la Cruz can steal 80 bases this year.
If you want to take a long shot, ready? Pete Crow Armstrong at 18-1.
I'm not,
long shot on
dude.
paper.
I'm not doing anything. If anything, oh no, Cruz could be interesting because I know he's fast, but I don't really see any point in fading Earle de la Cruz for most stolen bases. But -120, I can't do that.
Yeah. Pete Crow Armstrong 40+ stolen bases plus 215.
I think Earle de la Cruz steals 80.
Then you'll like this prop. 70+ regular season stolen bases, Earle de la Cruz plus 250. 70+.
He could Earle de la Cruz, and you know how sad this is going to sound, right? Earle de la Cruz can have a 70-40 season, 70 stolen bases, 40 home runs.
Be 40-70, yeah.
A 40-70. He won't win MVP.
No, because Ohtani breathed.
Because Ohtani's as long as Ohtani stays healthy the entire year, he's winning it, which is sad. Earle de la Cruz can have one of the best seasons ever and still miss it.
Yeah.
But I am just a little bit off of wanting to go after Earle de la Cruz at 20-1 is fantastic value. I'll say that, but I'm not going to bet it. Sure. Jets -1 at home versus Capitals. I'll say yes.
Kinda. Yeah, I know.
Especially after you lose to the Sabres, yes.
Yes, actually, after that no-show yesterday, absolutely. The more and more I look at that, yeah, I'm interested in that. For like a little bit of a bounce back spot. Plus, I know a lot of people are going to look at, the Capitals are the best team in the NHL and they're a dog. Gotta bet them. Okay.
LA Kings -1 tomorrow, Nick.
Against the Rangers. I mean, I won't talk you off of it. That's definitely the Kings or the Rangers are definitely not a team I'm looking to bet on.
Blues tomorrow versus the Habs.
Yeah, I'm for my Islanders, for my Blues futures. Yes, that's a big game for me. Yeah, it's probably gonna be Blues -1 for me.
Blues -1, Kings -1, Avs over Stars first round. Mikko can go to hell.
You're goddamn right. You're goddamn right. I'm gonna be all over that, and I'll probably put 2 units on the Avalanche to beat the Stars in the playoffs.
But that's going to be it for the NL Central show. We'll be back on Wednesday night for the NL East because tomorrow night I'm going to be at the ECU Duke baseball game. So we're not going to be doing any shows, any future shows for that. We'll be back to, Wednesday night for the NL East. And then Thursday, unfortunately, because I'm going to be driving home, I'm going to miss opening day show, which sucks. It is what it is. Oh, wait, no. Sorry, I work at 4 o'clock. I could do opening day show.
You're goddamn right.
Let's go. I forgot about that because I thought it was 12:30. I'm 4 o'clock that day. Never mind. I'm going to be here for opening day. I'm super excited. I think opening day just has to be a baseball show. I strongly believe opening day just has to be baseball, and we'll have other stuff later. But we'll talk over that later. That's all for the NL Central. We'll be back for the NL East on Wednesday night. See you later, guys.